late and I'm pretty tired, but I wanted to get this video out, or at least filmed, before I went to bed. I've been trying to put out a video all day, but something went kind of funny with the video editing program I use on my phone with this last update they did, and apparently my drive doesn't have much space left on it, so I've got to figure out what to do about that. But anyways, my family and I went to the park, maybe about an hour away. It's close to where my grandmother lives, so we went closer to her because she's not in very good health lately. And we went over there for Mother's Day on Sunday, or yesterday, I guess. I don't even know what day it is anymore. That's how tired I am. We went over there and we were playing with the kids with the bubble machine in the grass, and I found a spinner in the grass. In fact, I actually almost stepped on it. So I've been kind of messing around with it. And so I thought I would do a review of them from an autistic perspective here on the blog for you guys. So, it took me forever to find this morning. One of the reasons that I was having such a hard time doing a video earlier today is because right before I was going to sit down to do the review on it, I handed it to my nephew to distract him for a minute while I ran to the bathroom, and he threw it underneath our kitchen counter. So I actually had to pull the entire counter away from the wall, and I finally ended up fishing it out. Hold on, the dogs went in. I finally ended up fishing it out, but it took me all day to find it. So, yeah. Finally found it though, so we are going to get this done for you guys before I finally fall into unconsciousness. I had all 3 babies again today, and it was just utterly exhausting. Okay, so these are pretty cool if you're at all neuroatypical for a couple of different reasons. First of all, whenever I first saw these becoming a thing, I was like, oh, it spins, whatever. Fans spin too, But this actually does more than just spin. Not only is the kind of free spin sensation, just the smoothness of it, just incredibly satisfying. But it's, you can obviously get them in different colors. But also it almost makes this it's almost a vibration as it spins. So you're getting that nice, just really pleasant kind of sensation in your fingertips as well. It makes a little bit of a whirring sound. I don't know if you can hear it over me talking, but... So, I mean, it's got a kind of pleasant little hum to it as well. So you're getting that audio, or the auditory stimulation as well. And it's just, I don't know if it's just something about being autistic, but me personally, as well as a lot of other autistics I've talked to, love to watch things spin. There's just something fascinating about things spinning. It's soothing for some reason. So that's pretty cool too. So I actually really like this. I would have never bought one for myself, but it's kind of cool that, I ended up finding one on Mother's Day, because now I can show it to you guys. In fact, speaking of fidgets that spin, I got this ring. We went to a convention in Indianapolis in the fall, It was our first family vacation together, and I got this spinner ring. It actually needs to be, I need to clean it, because you see it should be spinning pretty freely, but it's not, so I just need to clean it, you know, changing booties and all that all day, wiping off counters, stuff gets in there, but it's a D20 ring, and what it is it's got numbers 1 through 20 on the ring, and it has an arrow on the ring as well. So you spin it instead of rolling your dice. You just spin this, which I like because depending on how overstimulated I've been that day, the sound of rolling dice whenever we game, we're currently running through a game called The Strange at the moment, but we have a big tabletop group, or gaming group, that comes every other week to our house, and we'll game for like 4 or 5 hours at a time, so it's a lot of fun. But instead of rolling the dice, which can actually sometimes be kind of painful to my ears and my brain, I can just, you know, spin the ring. And they are done by a group called, hold on, actually, I still have the pamphlet from the convention. They are done by a company called Critical Success, and they are super cool. They have the counter rings, they've got dice rings, they also have rock, paper, scissors, they have heads or tails, they have alignment rings, tarot, all sorts of just really cool life counter ones. Yeah, that's what those are. But they've also got the best return policy I've ever seen on a piece of jewelry. No joke. They've got lifetime warranties on them, and so if anything happens to it, or you just decide you want a different kind or a different color, you just send it in, no questions asked, and they'll send you another one. They're super nice, and it's really good quality. I mean, you can get it wet, and it doesn't bother it. They're really great. So just kind of something fun to do, but yeah, so spinning things, for some reason, just incredibly soothing to the neuroatypical brain. I was originally going to do a video on being an autistic parent, you know, given that Mother's Day was yesterday. No joke, guys, this is my 4th time trying to record a video today, and it has just been one series of unfortunate events after another, so I just gave up for the rest of the day until now. So hopefully this video makes it to you guys. My trainer friend is going to, I don't know if I ever mentioned her name. Her name is Lauren. I always just call her my trainer friend, but I don't know if she actually wants me to, you know, give out her specifics on the vlog. I was kind of hesitant to even mention her name on here because I don't have her permission, but I don't want her to feel like I'm invading her privacy or anything like that. So, but she will be actually coming down for a visit. Not only will she wants to come to our next game night, so you might get some fun footage of that, but she's also going to be coming to pick up Sherlock. She's going to stay for a few days, and I can't stop spinning this, I'm so sorry. I'm just like spinning it on the table now. But I need to stop touching this. She's going to be staying for a few days, and then she's going to be taking Sherlock back with her. We may evaluate some dogs while she's down here, I don't know, but I do plan on getting those evaluations on film. I'm going to be making a bunch of calls tomorrow to different rescues and things, because I actually have made a long list of different dogs already. My list is 3 pages long. This is how the search begins, guys. I started by going on Pet Finder and looking for dogs in my area that were the age and size that I needed. I'm not really bugging out about gender too much. Whatever. I think Mercy would probably get along better with a female, but you know, I don't really personally care either way. So I started by looking for age and area, age, and what was the other one? Size. Age, area, and size. And it brings up a bunch of them, and I just go through, and it's pretty easy for me to eliminate dogs that I know I wouldn't be compatible with. There are certain breeds that I just tend to not do well with as a general rule. For example, I won't be trying any more jacks or jack mixes, for example. That doesn't necessarily mean that no Jack Russell mix ever is going to make a good service dog. They're just not compatible for me personally. I need a larger dog. So there are a lot of them that I was able to discount automatically just because of size, or, you know, whenever you read through their little, like, doggy profile thing, any mention of shyness, I discounted them for. They can't really, you don't really want a service dog to be overly shy. Any sort of, you know, hesitance on their part, in regards to people or dogs, children, cats, anything like that, can just lead to problems on down the line. Depending on how young they are, sometimes it can be worked out, but again, as I've said 100 times before on this vlog, I'm not a dog trainer, so I'm not going to look for, I'm more likely to discount a dog because of that, because I know that I don't have the skill set to steer them in another direction. Also with dogs, you know, sometimes their temperament is just their temperament. So basically we're looking for a dog that is, I'm not even considering any dogs over the age of 3. 3 being the absolute oldest I will even consider. I'm looking for something between the ages of 1 and 2, probably closer to 2. So basically I'm looking for a large, lazy dog. But not too lazy, because, you know, you want them to go with you. But given that one of the problems that I've had with Sherlock is his energy level, you know, that's something I'm also heavily taking into consideration. That's why I'm making calls tomorrow, because I want to ask the rescue directly how their energy levels do. A lot of times on those profiles on Pet Finder, it doesn't mention if they're cat, kid, or dog friendly. So that's something that I want to, you know, ask them about. You know, we can kid and, well, we can mostly kid test. Of course, I'm not going to let Sam go up and pull on the tail of a strange dog. But, you know, I can bring her by the kennel and see how they do with her. We can do the same thing with cat testing. Cat testing is super easy to get around because we have cats. So we can just bring them in a crate and, you know, see how they do. That's generally how they cat test at the shelters anyways, is they just bring the dogs by the cat kennels and see how they react. You want them to just not really be interested. You know, you never want a dog that's going to be too interested in what's considered a prey animal. That's another problem I have with Sherlock. I don't know if he just thinks that our fat cat is a dog or what, but he is bizarrely interested. He always just tries to play with him, but he plays really roughly with him, and it would be super, super easy for it to cross the line into him taking it too far. Because Charlie's just, he's so submissive that he just kind of lets him bite on his ears and roll all over him and, you know, all sorts of craziness. So, but anyway, I don't know if we'll do evaluations while Lauren's here. Tomorrow I might do a video just on what we do during our evaluation. Since we are starting all over, that might be something that if you guys are looking into your own service dogs, whether you're owner training or kind of doing what we're doing where we're taking them to classes and then working with them from there. might be something y'all might be interested in. The evaluation we use is 12 pages long, and it covers everything from them being in the kennel, out of the kennel testing, temperament, handling, how they do on a leash, how food motivated they are. It covers a wide span of things. This is actually the one that Lauren told me to use whenever we went out looking at dogs ourselves. But even in the past, when I have gone to evaluate a dog, found a good candidate, I never considered them on my evaluation alone, because again, I'm not a dog trainer. There are subtle little nuances that she would notice that go way over my head, and she has noticed. So that would kind of hint towards a problematic behavior later, or something we were gonna really need to work on. So even if I think that a dog has passed the evaluation, I always leave it up to her secondary evaluation to make a final decision. So that's always really good if you have a trainer friend yourself. Anytime you're going to consider a dog for service work, I would highly, highly, highly recommend having a trainer come with you and having a professional second opinion, because you don't want to end up in the situation like we are with Sherlock, where now we've gotten attached, but it just doesn't work out, and now we're having to send him back or find him a new home. You never want to be in that kind of situation. But this video has gotten super long, so I'm going to leave it here. I'll see you guys tomorrow with that evaluation video. Bye.